we can tell you what you was doing.
She laughing, she giggling and shit. She tell my mama, you know he not gonna. She just laugh. She think this. I said like this shit ain't funny. She tell me watch he stroll in like he ain't did nothing. He came them up.
You over there laughing. The headphones sitting on your head.
Look at mouth.
And then it's like if you don't want to hear all that and get that reaction, just play it right. I need you to communicate. What I need from you.
We live.
Need some communication around this bitch. How can we communicate? At the casino.
You know, I don't go nowhere.
Oh.
People don't go nowhere. They don't
Oh,
know,
if he can do it, Marcus can do it.
Oh.
That might still be good too.
I'd be so mad if I walked in on that.
Oh, I'll join him.
You nasty. Hello. Hello. Would you like some crumpets? It'll be hot.
What's wrong with things? I wonder what that was. You did it? Yeah. Come on, talk about it. I'm glad because I just need the answer. I'm going to go ahead and go live on
Facebook. Somebody walked up to me last night. He said, bro, y'all crazy on the block. Y'all be having me rolling.
Everybody, my cousin, she was like, I love you and Blacc together. She said, and the way that y'all just go back and forth with each other, they love that. First, I thought we were doing too much. They're like, no.
I listened to my love and sex segment a good 5 times.
To what? Did you hear the stuff you were saying?
I did.
I was like, oh shit.
I was like this, like.
What? And like it'd be funny because you don't realize that you say that because like I didn't hear that when we sitting right here, but when I go back and listen, I'm like, oh fuck, did he just say?
I'm already doing that. Yeah. It's,
Y'all ready, Cam? Yep. This way it's actually 11 though, pushing the show. Test.
mm. 30 seconds.
25.
Yeah.
15. 10. 9. 8.
I was waiting on it too.
Getting nervous. Ready, Cam? Yes, sir.
Let go.
Hold on.
Test.
You are now listening to The Block with your host Stefani Love and yours truly, Blacc, on VillaCoolerRadio.com. Let's go.
Blah, blah. Everything is everything for cheesy. Blah, blah. Probably done it all, homie, believe me. Blah, blah. We made the impossible look easy, but cheesy. I'll never leave my block, my niggas need me.
All right, so we're back. Episode 14. What's up, Blizzity Blacc?
What's up with it?
All right, so thank you to all of the listeners that are returning and to the new ones. We are live every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Blacc, what you got to say to our Facebook listeners?
Shout out to the Facebook listeners. I'm still inviting y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. I know y'all be watching. See your comments. Make sure y'all call in and everything.
Yes.
Let's go.
You can call into the show at any time. Our number is posted up on the screen. So call in, chat with us, chime into some of these great discussions that will be going on today. I want to let you guys know that we are constantly streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, also Twitch. But please be sure to go and subscribe to our YouTube page at Villa Cooler Media. I am doing a drawing, so you still have time to go and be a subscriber on that YouTube page, and you will be entered into a drawing to receive 2 tickets to Studio Movie Grill. I do have one important announcement before we get started. There is a toy drive that Villa Cooler Media will be hosting on December 22nd at the Green Elephant. We are asking for all donations of toys, new toys, and please keep the receipt to those toys. This event will be extravagant. We will be helping a lot of children that are less fortunate during these times. So please come out. Remember the event. Stay tuned for details. December 22nd at the Green Elephant. We are looking for artists who have positive music to showcase their skills at this event. And along with being, the only thing you have to do to be a participant in this event and to be an artist showcased during this event is to give us a toy. That's all you have to do. So also remember to go and look on our Facebook page for more details on that event. And also, guys, share this live feed. Also, we do drawings on people who share the video. So at the end of the show, I'll also be giving out 2 tickets to the Studio Movie Grill. So go ahead, hit share, and we're going to get ready to get into it. There has been a lot going on in the media, and today we will be bringing you guys up to speed. All right? So, Blacc, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I am.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I have a list for you guys. John Besh, Adam Fields, Gary Goodard, Andy Henry, Dustin Hoffman, Andrew Kreisberg, John Leicester, Jeremy Piven, Brett Ratner, Chris Savino, Steven Seagal, Russell Simmons, Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein, Matthew Weiner, Stephen Blackwell, Roy Price, Glenn Thrush, George H.W. Bush, John Conyers, Al Franken, Jeff Hoover, Roy Moore, John Bell Edwards, and last but not least, Matt Lauer. As I went down the list, you guys can probably figure out what this list is pertaining to and why these men are on this list. And unfortunately, in the headlines, we have heard every day about the sexual assault accusations that have been made towards many celebrity men in the workplace and the inappropriateness that they have had and the encounters they have had with women. It has been several women to come out on these men, and even more, the list is growing, accusing these men of sexual assault accusations. The one in the news that was really eye-opening was Matt Lauer, who is a host on an NBC show called Today, the NBC Today show. And Matt Lauer this week was fired from his job for sexual assault accusations, sexual harassment. NBC decided to fire him. He is no longer a part of the Today show. And I just wanted to ask Blacc, is there a line that we can draw when we're at work, when you're potentially either interested in a female or if you just want to do innocent flirting? Where is the line that we need to draw to eliminate this harassment, all this harassment that is going on in the workplace?
Well, the line is in the sand, on the beach, right there where the tide comes in, because it washes away and you got to draw a new one every day. That's the way I feel about it. Like, different people have different lines. that can or can't be crossed, and you just kind of have to feel that person out to know whether you're crossing the line or not.
Okay. I agree with you. But in my experience, this is one of the reasons why I refrain from even just relationships at work. Because it can, I mean, this is someone that you would have to go to work with every day if the situation doesn't turn out right.
Or if you don't get fired.
Or if you don't, you have to see this person every day at work. And so I just try to steer clear of the line that I say would need to be drawn is just refrain from having any interaction or flirting with someone that you work with.
How can you say that though? You might find your soulmate at your job.
Well,
not you. You just not gonna find him.
Yeah, I ain't gonna find. If he's my soulmate, he'll find me outside of work, and I just think that will eliminate any potential sexual harassment. Because I mean, what if the girl does act as though she's cool with it, she wants to fool around with you, but then something transpires between you guys personally outside of work, and then it comes to work, and now your job is in jeopardy.
Well, just be professional. I mean, it's outside of work. Keep it outside of work. Don't bring it back into work. You know what I'm saying?
But there's plenty of other females that you could talk to or be flirtatious with outside of work. I just think that there is a thin line. I mean, you could just be a flirtatious guy all the way around. It could be people at work. It could be people at church. I mean, that could just be who you are. And why waste your reputation for someone that you work with?
Well, you don't go into it planning to mess up your reputation. Like, it's not like you gonna go and, commit sexual harassment purposely and think that it's gonna be okay type shit. But again, sexual harassment is what the other person makes it out to be. Like I was telling you earlier, it can be from me just saying somebody's breast looks nice in the top that they have on to me slapping a girl on the butt. Like, it's
at work?
Yeah. I mean, stop. I'm not saying that's what I be doing at work. I'm just saying, it could be.
That's what I guess that's the problem
and
I have.
I work in the service industry, so I see shit like that every day, where there's so many sexual harassment cases that could be put. I've actually been a part of sexual harassment at one point. I'm sure, like somebody's come up to me and said something to me or did something to me that was not work appropriate. You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends on how the person takes it and where they go with it. But as far as you saying not to date anybody at work, I feel like you might be missing out on something. Because what if you work all the time and you don't go out to the club, or maybe you're not religious, so you don't go to church? What you gonna do? Go to Walmart to find a girlfriend?
Well, and I see where you're going with. I can totally see what you mean by that. And I guess that's where the communication lies. And when you are maybe into a girl at work, I think you should need to establish the lines that don't. Maybe there's a certain way that you handle yourself at work. I know a lot of places, you're not really, it's in your employee handbook that you really should refrain from relationships at work. And that could possibly, if you were found out to have a relationship with someone at work, you two could lose your job just from having relationships. And it could be cordial. It could be nothing negative going on. But the fact that you guys have pursued a relationship at work, sometimes that's like a
conflict of interest.
Yeah, a conflict of interest. That's what they call it at the workplace.
Well, and I've seen something like that, but it's usually when you all are in two different positions. When you're, let's say you're a cook, and then somebody else is a manager, like, nah, y'all can't interact because now you have a conflict of interest. But two cooks can talk. Yeah. I mean, a cook and a server can talk, and I'm using the industry just because of, but I don't feel like that's a big problem. You just, again, you have to have the communication and the professionalism to carry that on.
Okay. So then I want to know how, because I've had this discussion with all the sexual assault accusations that are going on. I want to discuss along the lines about the women waiting so long to report. And in the beginning, when we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, I was like, you can't really tell a woman when to come out and say that she was sexually harassed or sexually assaulted. But then as the stories begin to come out in the media, I'm like, look, these women are coming out with accusations that happened 20 years ago, maybe even more. And a lot of them are older men like Conyers and Roy Moore, where they honestly probably don't remember anything from that far
and
back.
it probably wasn't nothing to them. They probably thought the girl was flirting with them. Might have gave them, like I said, a tap on the butt or hugged them with their hand like low on the lower back. And now all of a sudden, since other people are coming out, oh yeah, 20 years ago, he brushed up against my butt on accident, but that's sexual harassment. So
there's so much stigma behind these women waiting so long, and that maybe they're using this opportunity to be back in the spotlight. What would be the best way for any woman that is approached inappropriately and put in a situation to where they feel uncomfortable? What would you say? How would you say that woman would need to handle it at that time? So that
at that time, like
at that time,
immediately, as soon as it happens, if you feel uncomfortable with it, let somebody know, or let the person know, like, hey, don't do that. I'm uncomfortable with that. You don't necessarily have to go, to somebody higher up. You can just let them know, hey, I don't like that. Don't do that again. But don't wait. 15, 20 years. Like, I don't want to put a time limit on it either, but it's just like, damn. If 20 years from now somebody say that I sexually harassed them because the block them blew up and now they just want to get at me, right, I'm going to be like, damn, you couldn't have told me when the block first started or even before then when I actually, did the shit. Like,
right. And shout out to all the listeners that are chiming into this topic at this moment. To Donald Ray Parrish, that is a very good point. To check the job policy before you approach. And that's the honest to God truth. That's the best way that I could tell you to eliminate possible sexual harassment is to look into the policy at work and make sure you know all of the details regarding what your job requires. And then if that's someone that you really like, hey, invite her out to dinner and settle it outside of work. But the touching and the feeling at work, I just think that you should refrain from that to protect yourself as men. Period. So we're going to go ahead and end it there, and we're going to get into a quick commercial break. And guys, remember to share this live video, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned to The Block. You're listening to The Block with your girl Stefani Love on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What up, riders? This is your main man's Cal Be Easy.
And your boy, Big Marcus.
Man, we are hosts of the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. The Real Game, the game inside of the game.
Man, you can check us out live every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
And you can also download our podcast 24/8 on VillaCoolerRadio.com and Google Play.
Man, we out this bitch.
Man, it's love some music.
Hey, what's good, yo? It's your man, Cam King. Hey, be sure you tune in and vibe out to the sexiest hour on internet radio. That's the Fabric Extent, which airs every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, around baby making hour from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, and then you know what? Right after that, you can turn up with your man, since I host the hippest playlist on the planet. That's the Hip Hop Timeline, every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All exclusively on the VillaCoolerRadio.com. For fans of music, let's go.
Radio.com. Tell your friends.
All right, so we're back, and thank you guys for staying tuned. We see all the shares and we see the comments, so we definitely appreciate you guys.
I don't see nothing wrong.
I ain't never seen nothing wrong
with a little bumpy grind.
So on that note, we are going to go ahead and talk about the infamous R. Kelly. And R. Kelly still remains one of my favorite R&B artists. I was a hot thotty back 16 years old listening to me some R. Kelly. Maybe if I wasn't listening to R. Kelly, I wouldn't have made some of the mistakes I made. But as you all may know, R. Kelly did host a concert here at Dallas at the Music Fair Park Hall. And there was conversation and even events that transpired throughout the week where it was a group of ladies who were actually trying to get this concert canceled. They did not think that he should have been able to host a concert here, that it is a disgrace and a disrespect to all the women that are accusing him of sexual harassment, holding women hostage in a cult. And these women were strongly against the concert being held here. There was they were trying to get it canceled. They were stating that they were going to be outside protesting. And so I, in particular, was very interested in going to the R. Kelly concert. Now, Blacc, if you would have gotten some free tickets from the Real Game or the BLOC or K104 or whatnot, would you have went to this R. Kelly concert knowing everything that has been in the media about this man?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And why are you not? Why would you?
Because I would have a date and I wouldn't have to do too much of no work because he gonna get them wet for you. So he gonna have you a good night regardless.
As a father, you're not, because there are accusations about him messing around with underage girls, and as a father of a little girl, you would be okay with supporting and even funding a person who is being accused of.
Well, he likes like 14 to 17-year-olds, so I'm in the clear right now. I would technically wouldn't be funding him because I'd be getting the tickets for free. I'd go because one, I've never really just been to a concert. So I would go, and it seems like an R. Kelly concert would be a nice concert to go to. I'm not going for the person. I'm going for the music.
For the music.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. Like I said, I'm a fan of R. Kelly. I'm a fan of his music. I do not agree if these accusations are true. As a mother, as a woman, I do not agree. If he has done that. However, we don't know, if it's true that he's running a cult or not. But hey, I love his music. I love the content of his music. And I would just say that I thought about going to the R. Kelly concert. I was going to purchase tickets for me and my partner to go. But as I was thinking, I was like, I probably would have to sneak through the back door because of the protesters outside who probably would try to ambush me or anyone else who was going to the concert and
take you some mace.
Convince us not to go in there and not to support this man. But then I thought about it. If I was to sneak through the back door, I would have to walk by that tour bus.
Oh, Lord. You out of his age range.
Am I? Damn. Well, I look like I could pass to be like 20, right?
You don't think he check IDs now?
He probably would have tried to get me on that tour
let
bus.
Me see,
and I can't
let me see your high school ID.
I can't tell you if I wouldn't have got on that tour bus.
That don't make no sense.
So I just say, I don't think that we have the right to stop this man from making a living.
It's like if you don't want to go to the concert, then don't go to the concert. If you want to protest outside of concert, protest.
Right.
But don't, like you said, don't try to stop this man from making his money, and stop his fans from being able to see him. Because, like you stated, you're a fan, and he has plenty of fans in the Dallas area, I'm sure.
Right.
And some of them have maybe never been able to see him perform live. So that's their once in a lifetime opportunity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, to go see him perform live, and that's their right if that's what they want to go see. Don't try to stop the concert. Some people don't have the funds to fly somewhere else where they're not tripping about him,
right,
performing.
Well, I'm going to throw a curveball in there because, as you guys know, Kitty Jones is a former DJ from 97.9 The Beat here in Dallas, and she is one of the ladies that has accused R. Kelly of, making her live this lifestyle, of making her just do crazy things during sex. She was one of the ones who got on that tour bus, and for years she lived with him under conditions of having to perform sexual acts with him and other women. She did come out with a statement this week regarding the concert being held, and she said that it was very disturbing to see fans continuing to flock to R. Kelly's concerts while demanding that other high-profile celebrity men accused of sexual harassment and abuse, like Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey, to be held accountable. So when I read that, I was like, that's something to really think about. You have men like Harvey Weinstein and Russell Simmons and Matt Lauer actually having to step down from their positions, and
okay, well,
we're not holding R. Kelly accountable. Why are we?
I feel like it's different because, one, these are people that are in high positions within within their company. R. Kelly is a singer, entertainer. So, and have you listened to his music? All of his music is about sex, except for I Believe I Can Fly. And I feel like I'm not going to say that that's what you expect from R. Kelly, but he didn't force these women to get on the tour bus. They voluntarily got on the tour bus. And, he's a sexaholic. And he likes freaky shit. I don't feel like he sexually harassed these women's. I said women's.
I can agree with you there, Blacc. I don't think, at the end of the day, these women, I don't think were held against their will. Even the Kitty Jones girl, you got on that tour bus. And the moment that you got on that tour bus, it's not like he was trying to disguise or
it was a butt-naked woman.
It was a butt-naked woman on the bus. He was butt-naked as well. And they told you what it was from the get-go. But then you still decided to go and live with this man. You decided to perform these sexual acts for years with him and live this lifestyle. And then now that it's just all over the media, now you want to come out as though he was wrong.
I mean, he liked what he liked, and he put it out on Front Street. So
he liked what he liked. He put it out on Front Street. We don't think that he should be. We should touch his income and things like that. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into some fly shit. And
it's the BLOC. And this is that fly shit.
Alright, so today's fly shit, I am going to talk to the women, and I want to talk about ways to stand out to a guy and also apart from other women. The source comes from Yo Tango. I found a list, and guys tend to steer away from women who make the comments, "I'm not like the other girls," because basically what that tells a man is that you're like the other girls. So I would advise women to try to refrain from that phrase. Try to refrain from describing yourself as not like the other women. Actions speak louder than words, and the best thing you can do is show him that you are not like the other women. And so I'm going to give you 10 techniques of how to stand out to a guy, because trust me, if this is an attractive guy that you're trying to go for, there's probably other women who are trying to come after him as well, and you want to be that girl that he chooses. You want to be that girl that he believes is like none other. And so Stefani Love today on Fly Shit will be giving you 10 techniques, and like I said, I found it on yotango.com. You can go on there and read more about the article. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into the list. And the first one is approach him and don't roll over him. Guys don't like a thirsty female. The best approach is to talk to him as if he is your friend, and then toss in a subtle flirty smile. Toss in a flirty smile every now and then, but don't just be thirsty and run over him, because that will more than likely prove that you are kind of like all the other girls who are trying to get with him. He may have money or whatnot. Number 2 is dress just a little bit differently. Men like to see women with a different style other than don't be just wearing pink and bonnets. I mean, like, switch up your style, show them something different, and you know, you'll be standing out from all the other women. Number 3 is have a life outside of him. Number 4 would be have hobbies and interests too. Number 5, don't show interest in his money or career, but do show interest in him doing something. If you show more interest in his money and his career, you can kind of come off as a gold digger, or you're just looking for how you can benefit monetarily in the relationship. So try to steer away from showing him that you're interested in his money and his career. Number 6 is stop being obsessed with social media. Like, don't let your world revolve around social media. Put your phone down sometimes. Engage in conversation with him. We always tend to hold conversation about what we saw on social media and stuff like that. Just steer away from that. Show him that you're not all wrapped up in social media. Number 7 is don't put up with the bullshit. If you see a guy behaving in a way that you don't like, tell him you're done. Call him out on his crap and let him know you won't tolerate it. Men secretly love a woman like that. And number 8 is be direct. Number 9 is compliment him. And number 10, I want to end it with learn to cook if you don't know how to cook, because that is the way to a man's heart, is by cooking. And if you just don't know how to cook, baby, you don't stand out to him. And that was your fly shit.
Wait, yes. Question. I like number 6. Stop being obsessed with social media.
Elaborate for me.
Man,
a couple of seconds.
I just need 10. I see so many people come into a restaurant, and as soon as their food get there, they go on Snapchat. Oh, look how good my food is. It's like, man, okay.
Yeah, I agree. Like, put your phone down when you're having that time with him. If you get lucky and get a date with him, just refrain. Put your phone up. Show him that you're into him. Try not to talk about social media. We all see it. We're all on there. We know what's going on. So engage in other conversations outside of social media. Try not to pull out your phone and check your Facebook page and your notifications. All that can wait. Stand out to this guy. Show him you're different. And today, that was your fly shit.
Fly shit.
It's the BLOC. And this is that fly shit.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump into a quick song, Less of Me by Kobe Savage, and we'll be right back. Remember to share this live video. You'll be entered into a drawing. We'll announce winners at the end of the show. You're listening to The BLOC with your girl Stefani Love on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Beautiful music, man. I just need y'all to vibe with me. I'm on this PVO.
Now listening to the smooth sounds of Rick and Daddy's music.
Yeah. Just rock with me, man. Yeah. Kobe Savage, Villa Cooler. Let's go. This is less of me and more of you. No time for sleeping, we got more to do. Hit the studio, record a few. This my poetry, my ghetto truth. I ain't never had nothing but some bad break sex. It's bad at the bottom when you out of K facts. It's bad when your problems overcome your faith. Don't ever let that happen, keep your focus straight. I'm focused like LeBron on the one they hate. If that paper about to come, tell it underlay. My family looking at me like what's on the plate. Time for pop to make a run all across the state. Could you imagine me with bomb making speakers shake? I couldn't either, don't feel bad, call it God's grace. Truly it takes two, tell them ride base. It's me and the Most High who won't violate. And vibing with my wise guys, we wide awake. Cover my blind side, we the spy snakes. I'm covered cause I survived, I could've died, babe. No walking with false pride, only God saves.
When I looked inside, there I found the key. I had been given every single thing I need. I just had to find a way to hold on to my faith. Know that I can only grow if I change.
Everything around me try to work against me. But I'm loyal to this cause like I'm Dirty Whiskey. I'm really from the dirt and only God can cleanse me. The devil know my weaknesses, she trying to tempt me. I'm dodging out on time, staying extra busy. I'm writing extra rhymes, my grind grizzly. And Lord knows I keep my mind on mine. Might not pull up when I call, but he's right on time. I'm back up in the building, ain't I? Say hello to who flow like a picture painter. And I treat everyone the same, we all ain't rich and famous. But we all have suffered pain, baby, we ain't strangers. I'm like that baby who came out the major. They got prices on my head, but I feel no danger. It's crazy when you piece with shit from different angles. Be careful what you speak, we entertaining angels.
When you look inside, there you'll find the key. You have been given everything you need. You just have to find a way to hold on to your faith. Know that you can only grow when you change. When we look inside, there we'll find the key. We have been given everything we need. We just have to find a way to hold on to our faith. Know that we can only grow when we change.
You're listening to The Block with your girl Stefani Love on VillaCoolerRadio.com. All right, so that was Less of Me by our boy Kobe Savage. And guys, Kobe will also be one of the artists that will be participating in the toy drive on December 22nd at the Green Elephants. Check our page out for details. Yes.
You know what's up about that?
What's up, Blacc?
My birthday is the day before that.
Oh,
so
turn up.
we going to be turned up at the toy drive.
Turn up. All right, so I want to play a clip for you guys really quick before we get into this next discussion. Some of you may be familiar with this hit series that is going on or just ended called Queen Sugar. And I have a clip from Queen Sugar this week from episode 216 that I want to play. Go ahead.
What about Blue? You can leave me. You can turn away from me. Please don't turn away from Blue.
All right, so that was Darla. Darla is the mother of Ralph Angel and Queen Sugar. Darla and Ralph Angel were getting ready to, he proposed to her, and they share a 7-year-old guy. So, Blacc, I'm going to throw a scenario to you, and I want to know what would be your reaction. So I'm going to switch up this story a little bit. You have been with this woman for years. You guys actually share a 7-year-old daughter. Okay, and a little history about your girl is she is a recovering drug addict, and ever since she transitioned into a positive life, she has been a damn good mother. A little bit of the upside of y'all's relationship. It wasn't an upside, but you guys kind of inherited some money because her parents had passed away in a bad car accident. So therefore, she inherited millions of dollars, okay? You recently asked for her to become your wife, so you guys are getting ready to get married. And like I said, you have been sharing a 7-year-old daughter. You have been raising her. You have been under the knowledge that this is your child. But she hits you with a secret. She wants to share a secret with you. She wants to start off the marriage with a clean slate, no secrets held. Like I said, she's been holding it down for a couple of years since she's recovered from her drug addiction. She has gotten a good job. You guys are set. You guys are ready. You guys are in love. Y'all are raising your child. But she tells you that possibly this may not be your daughter. What is your reaction?
We going straight to CVS and getting a DNA test immediately.
Okay, so
if
you go to CVS and y'all perform the DNA test or whatnot, and it's proven to not be your child, what then would you do? After you've raised this girl for 7 years, you're in love with this woman through her good and her bad, y'all have millions of dollars together, what would you do?
After careful consideration, I'm gonna have to recant on that engagement, and we're gonna have to start back over again. I mean, if that's what I feel like that's something I could do. Now, I wouldn't walk out the child's life, because if this child thinks I'm her dad and I feel like this is my daughter, I'm gonna continue to take care of her. But yeah, that's one of those secrets that we gonna have to.
That's a life change.
Yeah, man. What if I was to find out my daughter wasn't mine? It would drive me insane. Like, that's one of my biggest fears. Well, no, not my daughter, because I know that's my daughter. But like one of my biggest fears was to get somebody pregnant and to think that was my child for however many years it was, just to find out that's not my child. So to me, it would disturb me very much so mentally, and I would have to go and reevaluate my life. Like, real talk.
That could be a life-changing experience after you've raised somebody for 7 years. So you basically would still be a part of the child's life, whether or not this is your child, right?
Well, you kind of got me with the yeah. But you kind of got me with the millions of dollars, because nigga might just go ahead and get married tomorrow and be like, fuck it. Like, fuck it. But nah, that's a real tough decision. Like, I'd say I'd have to recant, but at the same time, like, if I really love you, like, I should be able to accept that. Like, I know that you were going through some hard times and stuff like that. But
that's a good answer. Shout out to Mickey Prince Neutron. He did say throw the whole bitch away. God, that's so harsh. She's a recovered drug addict. She is on the right path. She's holding down the home. I think that she should be given a second chance.
Well, she had already been given a second chance. I done stayed with you after you done been on drugs and all this good kind of stuff. Only reason we got the millions of dollars is because your parents died in a car accident. But, I mean, you already got a second chance. Now I'm about to give you a third chance. And now I'm rethinking my whole life, because I didn't thought I had a 7-year-old daughter. I might not even want no more kids now, because my daughter's 7 years old, and now I gotta think about if I want to start fresh, if this is not my child, because I want my bloodline to continue.
Okay. Well, shout out to all 15 of our listeners that are tuned in on Facebook. Kind of let us know what you would do if you were in this situation. I agree with about time I agree with something that your opinion, because I don't think, now, hey, how you want to handle the partner, that's cool. But when it comes to the child is totally innocent. I don't think that he or she should have to suffer from the mistakes that the parents made. And if you've been in that child's life for years, you're basically there.
And y'all have a bond.
Yeah, this is where real love comes
in. Like you can't really just shake that love. Like, right. Whether you're my child or not, right. I still love you, because I assumed you were my child for 7 years, right. And it's not gonna change overnight. But it will be tough dealing with the mother, though.
Yeah, it'd be tough, but I think some people get through. I've seen where people have gotten through situations like this, and some have not. Actually, Ralph Angel and Queen Sugar told Darla, I can't do it, but I will keep Blue, and I will raise him, and hey.
Somebody told me I favor Ralph Angel the other day. I didn't even know who it was, because I don't watch
Ralph Angel is a beautiful chocolate man, and he keeps a haircut. And
I got a haircut this week too.
Yeah.
So
Stefani and Blacc, I'm gonna just jump in here. We got like a couple of seconds. Queen Sugar, in case you didn't know, is a very good series. I've been watching it since it's been coming on the Oprah channel or whatever. You do favor Ralph Angel, Blacc, by the way. I just wanted to chime in on the situation. Very tough situation. They ended the season on that note, kind of like a cliffhanger. So I'm glad you guys talked about it. It's a very interesting conversation piece. But I don't know what I would do in this situation, Blacc or Stefani Love. But I know that to be an upstanding guy would be to take care of the child.
You're right.
So
You're right.
Anyway,
It says a lot about your character. We have some other men sitting over here on the side. Some of them making faces. So I think they probably would throw the kid away and the bitch away.
Throw the whole family
Throw the
away.
whole family away. Do you hear me? So shout out, like I said, our views are up. They're tremendous. Shout out to Nene. Hey, Nene, I see you. Denitra Hurd, thank you for tuning in today. We're going to jump into a quick commercial break. It's only 2 minutes. Guys, stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You already know you listening to The Block with your boy Blacc on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What up, riders? This is your main man's Cal Be Easy.
And your boy Big Marcus.
Man, we are hosts of the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. The Real Game, the game inside of the game.
Man, you can check us out live every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
And you can also download our podcast 24/8 on VillaCoolerRadio.com and Google Play.
Man, we out this bitch.
Man, it's love some music.
Hey, what's good, Joe? It's your man, Cam King. Hey, be sure you tune in and vibe out to the sexiest hour on internet radio. That's the Fabric Extent, which airs every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, around baby making hour from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, and then you know what? Right after that, you can turn up with your man, since I host the hippest playlist on the planet. That's the Hip Hop Timeline, every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All exclusively on the VillaCoolerRadio.com. For fans of music, let's go.
CoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you to everybody that's still tuned in. Shout out to all you guys. Blacc, you got some shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to my part-time BFF, Monica. We best friends sometimes. Yeah, it's cool. We off and on, but we still got each other's back. She looking and stuff. That's my homegirl. Shout out Lil D. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Cam King even watching it and his thing. What's up, dog?
What's up? All right, guys. So I came across a tweet, and I never had heard of who the CEO of Amazon was until this week. There is a guy by the name of Jeff Bezos. He is the Amazon CEO, and thanks to Black Friday, Jeff Bezos is now worth $100 billion. Yes, $100 billion. Before that, in June 2016, he was also acknowledged for then being worth $80 billion. He, at that time in June 2017, he had tweeted a tweet. And he basically was thanking us for, contributing to Amazon and making him gain the fortune of making billions of dollars. It was a life-changing experience. But he wanted to sow back into society. He wanted to spend his fortune by doing great things for society. And in his tweet, he asked for people like you and I to give him ideas of ways that he could spend his fortune by contributing back to society. So when I read that, I was like, now you're worth $100 billion. Now what really can Jeff Bezos do to contribute his fortune back to society? And there was numbers of things that I could think of, but Blacc, if you were somehow you came up after you and your wife, who you found out wasn't your baby, and y'all have these millions of dollars, y'all have these fortunes, what are some ideas that you would come up with to contribute back to society?
Okay, let's put into perspective real quick how much $100 billion is.
Ooh, it's a lot of money.
The AT&T Stadium cost $1.2 billion to get built. Wow. So you can damn near build 100 of them. We'll say 98 because of that $0.2 billion, right? So you can buy 98 Cowboys stadiums, just to put that in perspective.
Wow.
Firstly, let's get some degrees for strippers.
Yep.
Just hand them out degrees, not degrees, scholarships.
They gotta start off first.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Most strippers were college students that wanted to try to make it through college.
Not most, not these days. Stripping used to be like that, but no.
And they saw that they was making a whole lot of money stripping, so they kind of quit school. But if you give them a scholarship, they ain't got to worry about the money that comes from stripping. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Got to help them girls out. There's some beautiful ladies out there that should be in different professions instead of twerking for $1.
Right.
No, but seriously, just get back to the community on some get some renovations in places where they can't necessarily afford renovations. Get some schools built up. Get some better textbooks. Some laptops or computers to schools. Go into communities where they're less fortunate and teach them how to make money besides trapping and doing other stuff. Teach them how to build some programs so that some people can get off drugs, rehabilitation. Some people don't have insurance and even the willpower to go try to get help. So I won't say force them to get help, but try to impose help on them. Have people, go to the communities, invest into churches, invest into security of schools and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff you can do really with $100 billion. And half of the stuff I'm talking about might run you $2 billion. Yeah. Total. It's.
Well, yeah, and it was just so touching that someone of his caliber would ask for ideas from people like you and I of ways that he could contribute back to society. I think that was just a humbling gesture that he could do, because we don't really see. I'm sure that it's celebrities out there who have made fortunes that sow back into society, but to actually want to get the ideas from the people who helped him get to that point, it says a lot about the type of person that he is.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
So some people who put back, like Akon does his thing in Africa. Right. Now he's not worth $100 billion, but he does his thing in Africa. Kaepernick's giving his money to certain places like that.
Shout out Cap.
What if he's asking for advice just to kind of throw it out there like, hey, look, I'm doing something, instead of doing it from the bottom of his heart? He say it in a slick way. It's like, hey, give me some ideas so I can put back into the community. So I want you to see that I'm putting back into the community and I'm gonna have a good reputation. What if that's the case?
I hope that's not the case. I hope that he's not using this as a way to just make it look like he's doing something good. I sure hope not. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I will too. I don't think that's what he's doing. I was just, like I said, playing devil's advocate.
I hope that we will be able, once the ideas are submitted to him and he picks which ones he wants to do, I hope that we can actually see those ideas come to play. I hope that we could see, I would like to see more shelters for battered women, more safe places for women who are involved in domestic violence disputes. Like, open those up all over the world so that women have places beyond the shelters to run to. Help with hunger, help with poverty. There's countries like Africa who are suffering. There's Flint, Michigan, whose water is still dirty.
There's Libya.
There's Libya. I mean, there's so many things that he could do to contribute back to society where you really wouldn't even need our ideas. You could just think of them off the top of your head like we are. So I definitely hope, and I can't wait to see if he was really true about, you know, wanting to get ideas and then make them come to reality.
And when I mention Libya, I feel like this is gonna sound bad, but stay with me.
Okay.
Maybe he could buy all the slaves, and listen, Linda, listen. Maybe he can buy all the slaves and give them free. You know, like keep us free.
So buy
them and then release them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I bought you so that you wouldn't be in slavery. So them people are satisfied. They shouldn't come back over here and mess with you. And now y'all can do y'all thing and continue to flourish. Help them flourish too. Like throw a few millions of dollars over there so that they can have security and, homes and stuff to live in instead of being beaten and stuff like that. And it sounded bad, but it was for a good cause.
Hey, that's a good idea. I mean, I think that it could be a lot more effective if other people who made fortunes enlisted ideas from us and spend their fortune on changing society. I think if they all pulled together and help change society and contribute their fortune back into society, I think that we could change the world in miraculous ways. A lot of the times I say when like hurricanes and disasters do happen, why don't all the celebrities like pull together? Like, y'all have the money, y'all are making the money, why not just pull together and come together as a community of celebrities and change the world? So shout out to Jeff Bezos, who opened up his heart to want to get ideas to change the world and not just keep his fortune for himself, because he can keep it for himself. And
real quick, let's do a little edit real quick. He's worth $100 billion,
right.
So he doesn't necessarily have $100 billion.
But he's worth $100 billion, right. And come next year, we'll see where he's at then. So that was that. We ended on a good note, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into some love and sex.
Oh man,
let's talk love and sex.
Alright, so today on Love and Sex, remember, we don't do nothing but promote safe sex,
love, and marriage. That part.
This is not for your one-night stands or your booty calls, but this is actually information that you can use for your relationship, guys. So I wanted this week to focus on makeup sex. What is the point of having a fight with your significant other if it isn't followed up by makeup sex? That's a good question, because I think that makeup sex can help with reconciliation. It should be used as a precursor for sex. So I'm not saying go and just start fights to get the makeup sex, because your sex should be, your intimacy and your relationship should be A1, to where, you know, these little petty fights can be followed by makeup sex, right, Blacc?
I don't like makeup sex.
During an argument, both you and your partner's emotions are, of course, running high, and therefore, after all is said and done, you both have to release some pressure and some tension. So, and the best way to do that is to have makeup sex with your partner. And so you ask, how can I initiate makeup sex? So I'm going to talk to the women, and then I'm going to throw it to Blacc and let Blacc tell us how, you know, the men could make up to their wife. So as I was asking different men, how can a woman, because I've tried to have makeup sex sometimes, and sometimes it didn't work out for me, because maybe the fight was just horrible. So a man told me that they are visual, and that if they see lingerie and heels, then more than likely you can get it. That could be a way that you could initiate makeup sex. Another one was show off your assets. So you may just want to walk around butt naked after that argument. Just take off your clothes. And just flaunt around the house and let the titties bounce and let the ass bounce. Bend over, pull the pots out, and then begin to cook and cook in your heels. And you may want to cook butt naked to stimulate your partner's mind and to get him aroused and forget about all of the little petty arguments you had and start making love. Another one was just say sorry. Sorry goes a long way, and it could possibly help with initiating that act of sex in your relationship after a fight. Blacc, do you have anything else? Makeup sex?
I don't.
I don't.
Oh,
wow.
I know it's surprising, isn't it? I don't like it because, like, if I got an attitude with you, like, I'm not gonna be into the sex. I'm be like, man, this motherfucker just did this and did that, and I'm gonna be in my mind while, like, the whole time. But sometimes it can be good because I'll be like, yeah, you motherfucker better not ever tell me no you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that could be good, I guess, especially for her. But I'm not a big fan of makeup sex. But a way you can get me to make makeup sex is you do some of the stuff that you said, but then, like, just come over and say, I'm sorry, and then, like, just start, kissing on my neck, go down a little bit, the normal stuff. All
right, so there you go. Go out if you are into it with your spouse this morning. Think of these things that you heard on the blog, and you guys go have some makeup sex, go make some babies, go something.
That's expensive.
And that was your love and sex.
Let's talk love and sex.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into a quick song. We are going to do Shadows, also by Kobe Savage. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. You're listening to The BLOC with your girl, Stefani Love, on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Cause I really want it. At the time that I'm daydreaming, just know that I'm feeling haunted. My regularly scheduled program is always interrupted. Only since the love and affection is so corrupted. A little bit of hate mixed with all this anger, poured out in a pan and cooked up for a stranger. This is danger. Tired, tormented all at once. Smart as I wanna be, but I'm still considered a dunce. No funds, no fun, no fam. People be around, but do they really give a hand? Don't think so. Head up, eyes open, don't blink, bro. There's things you understand and there's things you still don't know.
Who's that moving in the shadows? Going everywhere that I go. Knowing all the things that I know. I won't ever make it easy for you. Shadows, you just waiting for a slip up.
Forgive them for they know not what they do. Don't hate the sin, I hate the sin. Watch for clues. See, everybody ain't your friend, this is true. Some people hate to see you win, so don't snooze. They lurking in the shadows like the Reaper. It's a battle to decipher who is good and who is evil, so I pray for spiritual discernment. All this wickedness gon' turn me to a hermit. I trust none. If you slipping, niggas will bust guns. I'm never slipping, my enemies got it tough. From closed windows, watch me and my fam eat. No shadow boxing with demons who entertaining these creeps, not me.
Who's that moving in the shadows? Going everywhere that I go. Knowing all the things that I know. I won't ever make it easy for you. Shadows, you just waiting for a slip up. Hoping that you get it, come up. I won't open up a window for you.
Seem like I got an obsession with depression, unable to think clearly, constantly second guessing, insomnia causing phobias, tripping hallucinations, dealing with insecurities, violating probation. My adolescence was innocent, infidelities injured me, devils wanting to sentence me. Can't remember memories, annexes with my Hennessy, recipe for disaster, prisoner of my mind, heart cold as Alaska. The music is therapeutic, the passion ain't there to prove it. Heartless, hopeless, romantic, the pussy don't even move me. Contrary to your belief, my childhood was full of grief. My auntie died in her sleep, that's why I don't like to sleep. Alright.
Who's that moving in the shadows? Going everywhere that I go. Knowing all the things that I know. I won't ever make it easy for you. Shadows, you just waiting for a slip up. Hoping that you get it, come up. I won't open up a window for you. Shadows.
What's up, world? You're listening to VillaCoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
What's up? What's up? What's up? We black. I mean, I'm black. We back. Shout out to all the viewers. Shout out to Picasso. We see you. Shout out to Princess. Shout out to Quintus. Everybody that's watching, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and jump into this next topic. You ready, Steph?
Yeah, I'm ready. All right, so guys, Naya Rivera. Naya Rivera has been in the media for a couple of years for her violence, against some of her significant others that she's been in relationships with. Just to bring you up to date, for those who may not know who Naya Rivera is, Naya Rivera was once known. She is an actress, but she began to be known to a lot of us when she started dating the rapper Big Sean, who is now with Gina Iko. Big Sean and Naya Rivera were engaged, but they called off the engagement. According to Big Sean, the engagement was cut off because of her jealous ways, her violent behavior in the relationship, and he just chose to end the relationship, end the engagement, because she was just too combative in a relationship and stirred up too much trouble. Naya Rivera has gotten remarried to Ryan Dorsey, and she was accused and arrested of domestic battery, beating her husband up on Thanksgiving when they were visiting his parents and his family. Naya Rivera was arrested. She was charged. She now is out on a $1,000 bond. And like I said, it's been known that Naya Rivera has been the type of girl to be violent in relationships, and there's domestic violence disputes that carry on into her relationship, and a lot of times this is why she ends up losing great men in her life. So as we were discussing this topic in our production meeting, the conversation came up about why men don't report domestic violence. And just to bring you up on a statistic, as I was researching, in 2010, a study was done by Parity that more than 40% of victims of domestic violence are men. That was, of course, this was in 2010. I'm sure that the statistics have probably grown. 1 out of 4 adult men in the U.S. are victims of domestic violence. So, Blacc, as a man, have you ever experienced a domestic violence dispute? And be honest.
Yes.
And, whoa, so you got your ass beat? You look like a person that might need their ass beat, though, in relationships.
Well, you know,
I do not promote domestic violence.
I don't either.
So as we can agree that most men don't report domestic violence,
Right.
They tend to just walk away and let the next person take on that drama. So why can you tell me why maybe men do not report domestic violence?
It makes you look weak. One, and I'm not saying that that's the right thing, but like a lot of men have pride, and for you to call the police and say, "Hey, my chick beat me up," like it's like, dude, she's a girl and you're a dude type shit. Like it's looked on as men are tougher than women and can handle more. And that's just, I feel like that's honestly one of the reasons that men don't report it.
Okay.
Steph, can I jump in there and help
go
y'all
ahead.
out here?
I need all the men to comment on this.
I'm gonna open up here a little bit for the first time. Only my closest friends know this. My ex-fiance, we ended our relationship on a bitter under bitter terms. And she actually sent me to the emergency room.
Oh shit!
Yeah. To spare you the details, my mom, and get to the point, my mom was very upset at this and wanted me to actually press charges on her. And I had never in my mind would have thought about going and putting the folks on her like that, but I ended up doing it because well, my mom gave me an ultimatum. She was like, do it, I'm gonna disown you.
So mama was kind of,
she was for real about that.
She was for real about it, and I'm like in no position to argue. I'm like in a hospital, right? So I did it. So and because of it, I came off looking weak, but that's because probably most people don't know the circumstances under which it happened. But I just wanted to chime in with that.
All right, so that is, I have actually, I'm not going to say that I was a violent person, but I have had some situations to where I have put my hands on a man. And my dad used to always tell me, be careful touching a man because it's going to be a day where he gets tired of it and he's going to knock your ass out. And then you're going to be like, why you hit me? So I would strongly, and I just actually had the conversation with a close family member this week who was involved in a domestic violence dispute. And as we got more in detail of the situation that happened, that person finally came out and said that she also had hit him. And it has been several times where she has told me that, and he has even called and stated, you need to come get her. She putting her hands on me. I really just don't want to call the police because I might go to jail, blah, blah, blah. So I came to the realization that women need to stop hitting on men, period. Yeah. Men should stop hitting on women, but women need to also be held accountable for raising their hand to a man. And if you don't want to experience someone feeling as though they have to defend themselves, then women, refrain from, you don't have to communicate by physical altercation.
Yeah. I mean, and it's kind of a double standard when it comes down to it, because Mike Epps made a joke about it. He was like, nowadays, whoever get the phone first, other one's going to jail. Mm-hmm. But if she's been hitting you this whole time, and then you get fed up because you done got hit by 15 times, and then you finally deck her ass and you knock her ass out, you probably gonna be the one going to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when in reality you're trying to defend yourself, you're still probably gonna go to jail, and now you got that shit on your record.
Yeah.
And
that goes back to I guess one of the reasons probably that men don't report is because they're often failed by the system when it comes to domestic violence. there's a lot of things that go on to advocate for women who are in domestic violence disputes. Like you have shelters that they can run to. You have resources that will help a woman get out of those situations. But then when you look at it from a man's perspective, and a man who might be involved in domestic violence in a relationship, where are the shelters for them? Because, of course, a man won't be able to go to a woman's shelter for battered women because that's who they're running from. They're running from men. So why aren't there shelters for men? You know, there's nothing in place for men who also go through.
How many men do you think would ever go to a shelter?
Right.
I mean, I know that if it were to happen to me, like, okay, it happened, let me brush it off, but I'm not about to go to no damn shelter and seek help for it. Like, I'm good, just brush that shit off. Yeah. And it's another thing. I know we got to wrap it up. Another concept of some women is that you're not gonna hit me. I'm a woman. I've seen so many videos where a woman will be slapping a man or punching a man. What you gonna do? You're gonna hit a girl. You're gonna hit a girl, and they feel protected by the fact that most men were raised and taught, don't put your hand on a female. And women know that, so they try to use that against you.
They use that against them. You're right.
So,
you're totally right. And like we said, definitely thank you to Moni Mokahantis, who agrees. Women,
Part-time BFF.
Please, 2018, let's start off by, on a good note, keep your hands off your man if you don't want to get your ass knocked out. Period. Point blank. And that was the end of that. We're going to go ahead and get into a quick commercial break. And guys, we'll be right back. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the comments. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Please don't go anywhere. You're listening to The Block with your girl, Stefani Love, on VillaCoolerRadio.com. We can tell you what you was doing.
She laughing, she giggling and shit. She tell my mama, you know he not gonna. She just laugh. She think this. I said like this shit ain't funny. She tell me watch he stroll in like he ain't did nothing. He came them up.
You over there laughing. The headphones sitting on your head.
Look at mouth.
And then it's like if you don't want to hear all that and get that reaction, just play it right. I need you to communicate. What I need from you.
We live.
Need some communication around this bitch. How can we communicate? At the casino.
You know, I don't go nowhere. You know, people don't go nowhere. They don't
if he can do it, Marcus can do it.
Oh.
That might still be goosing too.
I'd be so mad if I walked in on that. You nasty. Hello. Hello. Would you like some crumpets? It'll be hot.
What's wrong with things? I wonder what that was. You did it? Yeah. Come on, talk about it. I'm glad because I just need the answer.
Somebody walked up to me last night. He said, bro, y'all crazy on the block. Y'all be having me rolling.
Everybody took my cousin. She was like, I love you and Blacc together. She said, and the way that y'all just go back and forth with each other, they love that. First, I thought we were doing too much. They're like, no.
I listened to my love and sex segment
Hello.
a good 5 times.
To what? Did you hear the stuff you were saying?
I did.
I was like, oh shit.
I was like this, like,
what? And like, it'd be funny because you don't realize that you say that. Because like, I didn't hear that when we sitting right here, but when I go back and listen to him, did he just say?
I'm already doing that. Yeah.
Y'all ready, Cam King? Yep. Just wait for actually 11 though. Pushing the show.
Royal family. The royal family, everybody knows the Princess Diana, Prince Harry, all of them. Well, now we have a black girl who is a part of the royal family. And me as a black woman, I am just like I'm elated by this news. I think that this is a break for black women. First, we had Michelle Obama in the White House. Now we have a black lady in the royal family. Like,
She's not in the royal family yet. Don't jump the gun. They just engaged.
There you go.
They
So,
married.
there's a lot of things that have came to mind. I have seen a lot of backlash. I have seen positive. I have seen negative. I have seen it all this week regarding this lady being engaged to Prince Harry. So, I wanted to get everybody's opinions. I need the listeners to chime in and give us your opinions about how you feel about this situation. And do you think that this may be possibly another break for African American women when we see and are able to experience history like this being made?
A break? No, I wouldn't call it a break.
Okay. So what do you call it? What would you call it if you could call it anything?
I call it black women are gonna start getting with more white men.
Probably.
That's what I feel like. I've been seeing that topic floating around on the social medias about black men dating white women and black women starting to date white men. And I'm not against it, but it sucks for some black men, because if now there's a stigma on a preference of dating white men versus dating black men, how many black men really have a chance with another black woman at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, because the stigma is growing more and more. I see people every day that say, hey, I prefer to date a white man at this point, when it wasn't always that way. Shout out Londa. But yeah, like it's starting to reciprocate as far as black men dating white women. Now, are they dating white women because of how they're being treated, or are they dating white women because there's a lack thereof of black women that want to date black men, like, and vice versa? What happens now? Like, I'm happy for her. I'm happy as hell for her. Like, that's a nice feat. She would become a duchess. But as far as the black women in, black community, like, where does that take us?
I could definitely see where you have a point there. However, what I look into this is, yes, it's history being made. It's another black lady, like I said, like Michelle Obama was in the White House. That was a life-changing experience for a lot of black women like me. It let me know that there's still hope to find a very good man and to become of a good status, a positive status. But I look at it as more this relationship, not that it's a black lady, but the fact that interracial relationships will be now more accepted, because now this family, we're going to see this family plastered all over social media, and it's going to bring, this is like a pure white boy that you wouldn't have thought that had any interest in a black lady, but he
actual
is.
European.
But still, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But he's married. He's getting married to a black woman, and this is where interracial relationship, I think, will be more accepted, because we're seeing the positive in this. They're in love. They're he's elated over her, she's elated over him, and I think that this is something good that society needs to see because of all the issues that are going on with racism.
You don't think society needs to see black kings and queens?
Then black kings need to start. We have a lot of black kings who don't want to marry, who are on this, are hung up on, I don't want to get married, you know, but then they want to keep the black chick around for years, but then you want to feel some type of way when there's a white man marrying a black woman. Like, miss me with that. If I support my black kings, I'm rooting for them. I prefer a black man. However, this is just what it is. And if you don't want to be stereotyped like that black man, then start marrying our black women. Start making them your wives instead of the bitch that hangs on the pole or the bitch that traps with you in the trap house. Like, if she's going to trap with you in the trap house, marry her. What's so hard about that? I even seen a video where a man married his wife in the middle of the street. Like, but then you have black men who won't even marry a girl that they've been with for years.
Well, it's some black men like that. Don't say y'all.
Not all. Don't get me wrong.
You know.
So as you know, when you become a part of a family of this status, like the royal family, your life and whatever you had going on in your life, your independency, you have to kind of put that on the back burner. With her being independent after a divorce that she has already experienced, do you think that Meghan Markle will be able to handle putting her career on the back burner and now playing the part of being a duchess in the royal family?
I think she could do it. Because like while she might be independent, it's you really don't need the money anymore. Like, you're part of the royal family. You go into McDonald's and say, give me a cheeseburger, they're not gonna ask you for no money. You know what I'm saying? So like you could pretty much do whatever you want to do. You just gonna have to it comes with a lot of responsibility. You have to govern yourself accordingly. And you know, like, I think she can do it though. I don't think it'll be a big problem.
I honestly think that she would crack. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm rooting for them. I'm hoping for the best. I'm remaining optimistic. However, I just think that the backlash and all that, I think that it's gonna play a major part in the success of this relationship.
Well, First Lady Obama, or former First Lady Obama, she did it. Right. So
that's the point.
It might not.
That's the point.
You have to be strong.
I'm sure that you have to be a strong lady to be able to put your career on the back burner, especially a black woman, because a lot of black women in these days and ages, and I'm sure statistics can prove, we're single, we're independent, we're raising our kids on our own, we're doing our own shit by ourselves. So just this whole aspect, I'm rooting for them. I'm remaining positive, and I hope that Meghan can handle it all. And we'll just have to stay tuned, and we'll have to see what transpires between this relationship. You never know, right?
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into some social media trolling, and I got some good
Man,
stuff.
you ain't nothing but a social media stalker.
Are you surfing or are you trolling? Alright, so I am your troller, Stefani Love. Guys, I did some great trolling this week. I need a reward for this stuff. So episode 14, I have a news flash for all my potheads, my stoners, my people who smoke that kush, who love that Mary Jane. This is for you this week. So tune in, because this is some news that you can use when you're riding down the highway, cruising to whatever music got on your playlist. You need to know this information and listen to me clearly, because this information is very important for you guys. So this week, as of the 28th of November, Dallas police officers will begin citing people caught with certain amounts of marijuana rather than being taken to jail. Where's my hand claps? All right, so the stipulations are, it only applies to Dallas County residents, and it has to be you interacting with a Dallas police officer. Nobody else has adopted this rule just yet. They're hoping that they will, but you have to be a Dallas County resident, meaning your driver license will need to show that you reside in Dallas, and also it must be an interaction with a Dallas police officer. So if you get stopped by Farmers Branch, Denton, this rule doesn't apply then. So be very careful when you're rolling with your blunts and all that stuff. Be mindful of the area you're in, because this rule might not pertain to you if you're outside of Dallas County. They will cite and release. The cite and release is said to save police officers valuable time to respond to more serious crimes, and will also save taxpayers money. How much is acceptable? Well, Dallas County residents with 4 ounces of Mary Jane or less in Dallas can be given a citation to appear in court at a later date. So therefore, you won't be arrested at that time if you have 4 ounces or less. 4 ounces or less. And I think that's roughly, upon my research, that's about like a quarter pound. So that way, if you're rolling it in blunt and you stash,
you couldn't even get
that
that out
really
good.
Quick.
Yeah, it's like quarter pound.
So if you roll your blunts before you leave the house, that would roughly be around 3 to 4 blunts. Am I correct?
What?
If you roll your blunts up before you leave the house, before you go to wherever you're going, how many blunts would you roughly?
It's got to be. It's got to be more than 3 or 4.
Hey, I'm not up on game like that. Okay, well they answered really quickly, so I was trying to get that out of them. All right, so then also, it's still a misdemeanor, but it does not have to take offenders to jail that day, and they don't have to take time to book you in. The cite and release does not apply to those with a warrant out for their arrest, or those who are committing additional crimes at the time. So if you are committing a crime at the time that you're being stopped and you have 4 ounces or less, this cite and release will not apply to you. If you have warrants out for your arrest and you have 4 ounces or less, this cite and release will not apply to you. You may possibly be in jail in the next couple of hours. Right. Officers can also use discretion and go through proper chain of commands to get approval to book an offender who is suspected to be involved in a crime. And Dallas, like I said, is the only county that is participating in this. They are hoping that they can get other counties on board to do the cite and release. There is a lot of other serious crimes that they could be paying attention to. And so they're hoping that this cite and release rule will help the officers be able to spend more valuable time in other areas where there's serious crime going on. And also, on the same note, save taxpayers money. Any opinions?
I don't smoke.
So now you stoners, you potheads, all you guys, you kush smokers, now you know how to handle yourself accordingly when you go out tonight to hang out. Be mindful of the amount of Mary Jane that you have on you. Remember the cite and release rule. Remember, you need to be in Dallas County, and it needs to be with a Dallas police officer. And that was your social media troll.
Man, you ain't nothing but a social media stalker.
Are you surfing or are you trolling?
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into our next song, Texas Forever. I see you, James. I ain't going to jail. Let's go ahead and get into this song. You already know you listening to The Block with your boy Blacc on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
Great state of Texas. Whoa. This one for the record books. Let go. Northeast Texas on my chest. Network nation, nothing less. Look, if nothing else, I'm blessed. I've been hustling without rest. He's a Leo Plodian. Got the chew with Mama West. Did a video with Lucci. Hit a Pookie. He up next. I'm a legend. I'm a vet. I was repping on the set. I was helping build a legacy. You fake if you forget. I'm from Texas, homeboy. Watch me make my own art. Watch me own my own homes. Player out the Lone Star. This is Texas, boy. It's hectic. You get murdered in a second. I was swerving through the country, pumping. You UGK forever. At the end of this is treasure, so I'm pushing like I'm Bond. Representing for Texas till there's nothing in my lungs. Texas born, Texas raised, down south we bump UGK, we was riding dirty, swinging and swerving, that money calling got us getting up early. Texas born, Texas raised, down south we bump UGK, we was riding dirty, swinging and swerving, Texas boys like Eminem and Irvin.
I'm from Texas, check my necklace, my first car was a Caprice. You don't grind, you don't shine, you don't work, you don't eat. Riding solo in my slab, yeah, you do the math. Come so dirty, need a bath. Hit the south side, I don't dab. I think I'm Pimp Chad. So what the fuck is up? Wait a minute, mother. Kobe asked me not to cuss. Hogging in the game, swinging, banging, no it's us. Like my music screwed up, so loud and bang. No need to rush, lay it down. I'm a crook for life. Hold your tongue, cause you might say something I might not lie. Welcome to the South, welcome, I done came down. You know what I'm talking about? Man, hold up, I just broke them boys off.
Texas born, Texas raised, down south we bump UGK, we was riding dirty, swinging and swerving, that money calling got us getting up early. Texas born, Texas raised, down south we bump UGK, we was riding dirty, swinging and swerving, Texas boys like Eminem and Irvin.
Get your mind right, hater, you a sin. And I'm a fat black undercover pimp. I make them girls get down on the floor. And my choosing fee is kin if you a pro. I'm a I-30 rider, cocaine on the paint. Gripping wood, feeling good, jolly ranchers in my drink. Super tight, riding dirty, got the diamonds on the wood. Having things in the South, jamming, tell me something good. She don't do it for daddy, but the trick gotta pay. I put the diamonds in the chain and put it all in your face. So look at me, motherfucker, look at me. Look at me in the deck when I'm riding through the D. Let me see you. Real niggas don't die, so long little pimp. Front, back, and side to side while I'm riding through the cliff. Used to be that young boy with a pocket full of stones. Now I'm riding no cross from Yellowstone to Acres home.
Texas born, Texas raised, down south we bump UGK, we was riding dirty, swinging and swerving, that money calling got us getting up early. Texas born, Texas raised, down south we bump UGK, we was riding dirty, swinging and swerving, Texas boys like Eminem and Irvin. Texas born, Texas raised, down south we bump UGK, we was riding dirty, swinging and swerving, that money calling got us getting up early. Texas born, Texas raised, down south we bump UGK, we was riding dirty, swinging and swerving, Texas boys like Eminem and Irvin.
What's up, world? You're listening to VillaCoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
Yeah. You know, we back, we black, we all that. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into the streets are talking.
Listen. The streets are talking.
That can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline blink. That can only mean one thing.
So this week on the streets are talking, you know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about wave wigs.
Wave wigs?
Wave wigs. Yeah, hair caps. You know, where...
you love these motherfucking bonnets.
Man, no, not hair caps like that. I'm talking about like it's a cap made of hair. So that you look like you got them deep waves, but in reality you got a wig on. And this shouts out to the man. It's this dude at the pool hall that I go to. I always tell him he got a wave cap on, like a wave wig. But I actually saw somebody with one on, and like they fixed it all up and everything. They had they didn't even have no good edge up because they had a do-rag around it. And the waves was on point, but it wasn't really their hair. So I'm wondering, in the streets, how y'all feel about that? How do you feel about a dude coming up to you trying to talk to you and you thinking, okay, his hair is on point, he got all the waves in the world, just to find out y'all get somewhere, y'all about to be intimate, and he takes his hair off and puts it to the side, and he got that African freed the child for 19 cents a day hair.
That's a man code violation. I just, no. That would be grounds for me not fucking with you.
Well, I mean, it's just like a woman that got a whole lot of makeup on.
There are certain things that a man
good.
shouldn't do, and if you're aging and your head, like, you could either go bald, but going to the extent of, like, I have a problem with the guys who wear dreadlocks and they get a little bit of extension hair. Like, that's just, to me, that's just too feminine. That's along the lines of being too feminine, and I don't want nothing on my man that is artificial. Basically, I need everything real. So
I had to drink to that one.
If you got small meat, I don't need you to find something that will enhance it, like an extension. No, let's just work with what you got. If you ain't got no hair and you got a bald spot, let's just go bald. I don't need you wearing no wave cap, no weave cap. No, that's a man code violation. That's weird as fuck.
But it's gonna look nice though. Like,
nah.
He gonna look like he put Murray's on every day.
Nah.
Brush his hair for 20 minutes.
Nah. Just like I have a problem with there's guys who go and get their eyebrows done. That the furthest I would go would be a man getting a pedicure or a manicure. That's it. But anything else that a woman would do to herself, I don't think that a man should be doing to himself. Period.
So what about colored dreads then?
Colored dreads would be fine because it's just color.
But
if you're going to the extent of making your hair longer and you get extension hair put in, no. Weird as fuck.
Hey, Yvette said if she pulling off her wig, shit, he should be able to too.
No. No.
Man, I agree. I wouldn't do it. If my hair nappy is nappy. If it look good, it look good. But I'm not gonna buy a cap to make it seem like I got all the waves in the world. But just thought I'd ask, Stephanie.
I'm glad you asked, because, man, it's weird as fuck, and you're hearing it from Stephanie Love. Refrain from all that shit. If you ain't got it, you just ain't got it.
What if you want to get kinky and snatch his wave wig off and throw it across the room?
Ain't no kinky, bitch.
All right.
And that was your streets are talking.
Listen.
The streets are talking.
That can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline bling. That can only mean one thing.
All right, guys. So that was your streets are talking. That was a good one. But we're gonna talk about a real man, and what real men do. And real men are remorseful when it comes to mistakes that they made. Real men just let you know how it is. They open up and they tell you they are vulnerable. And shout out to Jay-Z. I believe that in the last couple of months we have seen a new, or even the last couple of the last year, 2017, Jay-Z and Beyonce, to me, ever since the Lemonade album and the cheating that had happened between them, I think that they're becoming more open than we've ever seen this couple be. For years, they hid that they were together. Their relationship was not in the spotlight. They kept all that out of the public eye. But now we're getting a new Jay-Z and Beyonce who are more open to letting us know that they're just like us. They endure problems like we do. They go through relationship problems. They go through friendship problems. The beliefs that they have when it comes to Christianity or whatnot. So Jay-Z came and did an interview with Variety magazine. It was a couple of hour interview. I actually read the article. You can go on variety.com and look at that article. It's very insightful. It shows you that the media can misconstrue a lot of things and they only give us what they want to give us. From this article, I learned about the relationship with Jay-Z and Kanye. He broke it down. It gave me a little bit more of an understanding why they are at where they're at. Also, he gave us insight into the relationship he has with Beyonce, and the cheating that happened and how they have healed from it by making music together. So it was a very good article. Like I said, it's open. It allows you to go into their life like we've never been before. And Blacc, did you have a chance to do your homework?
Yeah.
All right. So how did you feel about, what did you get out of the article when you read this? What have you gotten out of it?
I mean, basically the same thing, but I'm gonna elaborate because you don't think I did my homework, and I'm gonna show you that I did it.
Show me, prove it.
So basically, what he was saying about Kanye is that Kanye was under his label, and Kanye has always been like a little brother to him, and he's always been a big brother to Kanye. He also said that they both like each other's music, but the little brother always wants to be better than the big brother, and that's kind of where he took that with Kanye and why they made amends and stuff like that. That was one thing. Another thing, he talked about the story of OJ, which I really like that song. And he was saying that it's no matter what type of nigga you consider yourself, at the end of the day, you still a nigga. And we got to get together and work together and strive for, a better life for us, because as long as we keep each other down, other people will try to keep us down. You know what I'm saying? And that was what he said about that. On the Beyonce thing, he did say that they did have some discrepancies in their marriage, and the music was a way for them to cope with it. It wasn't like I'm gonna do this CD and you're not gonna do a CD, but they put out music about what's going on in their life.
Right.
One, to help them cope with it, and two, to kind of show people that nobody's perfect and that everybody makes mistakes, even from the people who are billionaires or millionaires that combine together worth, a whole lot. Like, he's pretty much up in the top echelon when it comes to the rap game, and she's on top when it comes to the R&B game. And even with that being said, they still have problems in their relationship, but it's
They're
okay,
still human beings,
right?
at the end of the
And they
day.
can still, make stuff work. So,
right. Definitely. My favorite part was, of course, the Jay-Z and Beyonce part. I believe that relationships can take note to how they handled it. They found something that both of them loved, which was the art of music, and they took that and collaborated together. They actually worked on an album, like Yvette Ross had said. They have been working on an album together. However, they're not sure if they really want to put it out because it was just therapy for them. But I'm sure it's a good album. I'm sure that one day they will choose to just go ahead and release it to the public, but they're not sure if they want to release it to the public just yet, but I'm quite sure that they will. And I think that the Lemonade album was a very good album as far as letting you into their personal life and showing us that they also endure problems like we did. We always thought that Beyonce was the hottest chick and that, Jay-Z would never cheat on her because he had that woman, but this just goes to show you that nobody's perfect. It doesn't matter how you look, what you have, but there's a possibility that there could be infidelity in your relationship. But the one thing that matters is how you guys heal from it. And Jay-Z and Beyonce showed us that it might be good to, in those times of despair in your relationship, find something that you both love and use that as your therapy and heal from whatever the tragedy was that happened in your relationship, and use that art of whatever it is that you guys have together and use it as
and
a
excuse
healing
me.
mechanism.
And in his last album, he also addressed, I thought it was funny, he also addressed his haters, who was saying that him and Beyonce either got artificially inseminated so that they can have twins or something like that. Like, he even mentioned it in his album that, hey, these were natural twins. This wasn't no, we got the money to do it if we want to, but this ain't, what we did. We had this naturally from sexual intercourse.
Yep.
Hey.
Drunk in love.
Hey, they be all night.
All night. We be all night. All right, so we wanted to end this show on a good note with a good topic, a positive topic. Go and check it out. Check the article out on Variety.com. It's a lot of information in there. But we're going to go ahead and jump into our Hustler of the Week. Some days I'm humble.
Some days I struggle.
Every day I hustle. The BLOC's Hustler of the Week.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Hey. All right, so this week's Hustler of the Week, a lot of people may know him. When I put his picture up, you may have known him. He has come a long way. He's a very strong advocate in the community, especially communities like South Dallas, Oak Cliff, and things like that. He goes by the name of Anton. A lot of us know him by the name Bruce Wayne. It's Anton Bruce Wayne Lucky. I knew Bruce Wayne back in the day when I started going to the clubs. He was a part of the club scene very, very well. And just to see how he transitioned from that lifestyle to the lifestyle that he's living now, it's remarkable. It's inspiring. So I chose him today. And let me just give you a little background about Bruce Wayne. He's a cultural expert and coach at Urban Specialist. He's a motivational speaker. He's also an author, and he is the CEO of WMRM. And WMRM stands for We Make Real Music. And he manages it's a hot young lady who goes by the name of Lady Savage. She's very known in the Dallas hip-hop rap scene. Lady Savage, she's a really good artist. He actually has been managing her for a long time. His picture is up, as you can see, and you can find him on IG, Bruce 18 Wayne. Snapchat, he's Bruce 18 Wayne as well. All the information is up for you to see how it's typed in. And you can also look him up on Facebook by the name Bruce Wayne. And Bruce is B-R-U-S-E. Wayne is W-A-N-E. Coming up Saturday, December 22nd at 5:30 p.m., Bruce Wayne will be honored at the Empowerment and White Dinner Awards. For ticket and information, you can visit eiw.eventbrite.com. Also, for the weed smokers and the potheads who won't adhere to the cite and release protocol that has been put in place, Bruce Wayne might be the one for you when your ass gets taken to jail. Bruce Wayne is also an agent. He has been doing this for years at a bail bonds. He is a bail bond agent, and you can call him at 214-421-4444. It's located in Dallas on Malcolm X Boulevard. If you go to his Facebook page, Bruce Wayne, you will be able to find all that information out regarding his bail bond company, regarding WMRM, and just information on his book and all the other things that he does throughout the community. Shout out to Bruce Wayne. Thank you for allowing us to choose you and to let our listeners know of the great things that you're doing in the community. People like me who have watched you over the years definitely acknowledges your come up, your transition, the great things that you're doing in the community, and it's very inspiring. So that was your Hustler of the Week. Some days I'm humble.
Some days I struggle.
Every day I hustle. The BLOC's Hustler of the Week.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
All right, so we are at the end of our show. We're at our closing. And guys, there's a couple of things I just want to run by you. Remember to subscribe to our Villa Coola Media YouTube channel. The contest, the drawing, I'm going to push it out all the way till next week. And hopefully we get some more subscribers. Thank you to the ones who have been subscribing and commenting on a lot of our YouTube videos. There's a lot of material on that page. You have the live streams from every show that we have, like the Real Game Sports Show that comes on from 2 to 4 p.m. every Saturday. There's clips, there's music, videos, all that. So go and check it out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so that whenever something new is added to that channel, you will definitely be notified. Another thing, remember the toy drive. We will, the next coming week, have more details about how you can donate toys, the drop-off spots that you can drop off toys. We want to make this event remarkable. We want to make this event life-changing for those who are less fortunate, and we want to show the community that we appreciate everything we're doing, but we still remain humble and want to help those who are less fortunate during the holidays. Also, I'm going to announce a winner for sharing. We did a drawing, and thank you to everyone who has participated in this contest today. We definitely appreciate every last one of you. The last I checked, we had 435 views before this show has even ended, 28 shares, 35 comments, and 25 likes. I can't tell you how much we appreciate you guys. This is remarkable. Every week we are growing. We're getting new listeners. So tell everybody about the BLOC that comes on from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Saturday, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
And don't forget to download the app.
And don't forget to download the Villa Cooler Media app that is available on iTunes, Amazon, and also Google Play, guys. And guess what? It is all for
free.
Free. F-R-E-E. Free. We got anything else, Blacc?
I'm gonna need our lights to last longer because I've been getting darker as the show been going on. Like, you can see me at first, and now it's just like, man, I just look like a shadow, a silhouette in it a bit. But that's, that's pretty much it.
Beautiful chocolate man.
We're going to get that taken care of next week.
I appreciate it because I was about to go grab that light over there and put it right in my face. Can't see myself.
All right. So, guys, go to our Facebook page as well. Invite your friends to like our page. We put a lot of content. We do a lot of our promoting on Facebook. That's where you can find the most update and current information. Tune in to every week. We cut up the show and we break up the segments so that those who missed it, they can get little snippets. And then you can also, you visit the YouTube page and get the full content of every episode. But share those little videos. We're watching. We love to see the love. We love to see the acknowledgement. We appreciate you guys. It definitely goes a long way. But continue to make the BLOC hot. We wouldn't be who we are without you guys. Is there anything else?
Be sure, if you haven't, go like the page, the BLOC Radio, the Real Game, and Villa Cooler Radio Facebook fan pages, if you would, please.
Do we have a winner today?
We did have a winner for the drawing for the shares. We did a drawing. Thank you for the 28 shares. That is remarkable. We're back at like we were when we first started the BLOC. But this week's winner, who won the 2 Studio Movie Grill tickets, will be none other than Moni Mokahansis. And Moni, shout out to you. You were one of the most active people online today with us, so we definitely appreciate you for your comments, for your interaction with us. Every week, guys, you have this opportunity, so get in on the opportunity, take your lady out, enjoy a nice time at Studio Movie Grill, maybe start a fight in the car, and then when you get home, you can have you some makeup set.
Wait a minute, start a fight in the car?
Yeah, like a little petty fight.
Oh, man.
That's all we have for today. I'm going to go ahead and end on the thought of the week, and we're going to get out of here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This week's thought of the week is, don't stop putting in your best because no one is watching or giving you credit. Your defining moment could happen when you least expect it. And that was your thought of the week. We're done. Aren't we done? Oh, come on, you got some more?
Oh, we're gonna turn up at the toy drive.
We're gonna turn up at the toy. Oh, guys, listen. I need. We do have commercial spots, and the year is getting ready to end. We're getting ready to actually go. We're getting closer to getting into our headquarters that will be located in South Dallas on Colonial. The place is turning out really nicely. We are serious about this endeavor that we are doing and being able to bring this to the community of South Dallas, guys. But what we need is for you guys to help fund these little projects that we have. But then also it helps you by getting your business out there. So if you have a small business, a big business, if you have something you're doing, guys, we need y'all to get some commercials to put on these shows. Y'all see them every Saturday. The commercials right now are running for $75 for 30 days. $75 for 30 days to get you a commercial that will be aired live on every show on all our stuff, all our live streams. It's $75 now, but I guarantee you at the beginning of the year, the price will increase. So you want to go ahead and get locked in with the BLOC as a customer, a lifelong customer for $75 for 30 days. We're also looking for guest hosts to come on to the BLOC with us. We would like to have some guests. So if you're interested, get at us. Hit us up. Let us know you want to come chill with us on the BLOC. We'll let you. There's no discrimination. You don't have to have any expertise in this. You just need to be able to carry on in a conversation, and then that's it.
And you got to be able to deal with me.
Yeah. And that was the BLOC. And stay tuned. And class is now dismissed.
Yay. You've been listening to the BLOC. If you miss any part of the show, you can catch us every weekday, or you can download the podcast on VillaCoolerRadio.com. School is over, and we out.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What up, riders? This is your main man's Cal Be Easy.
And your boy, Big Marcus.
Man, we are hosts of the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. The real game, the game inside of the game.
Man, you can check us out live every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on VillaCoolerRadio.com.
And you can also download our podcast 24/8 on VillaCoolerRadio.com and Google Play.
Man, we out this bitch.
Man, it's love sweet.
Hey, what's good, Joe? It's your man, Cam King. Hey, be sure you tune in and vibe out to the sexiest hour on internet radio. That's the Fabric Extent, which airs every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, around baby making hour from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, and then you know what? Right after that, you can turn up with your man, since I host the hippest playlist on the planet. That's the Hip Hop Timeline, every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All exclusively on the VillaCoolerRadio.com. For fans of music, let's go.